Hi, Assalamualaikum everyone, and welcome to the 4th episode of ZEE JAMIL Shares. And for today's episode, I am still going to talk about my Quran, but it's going to be about how do you make your Quran as your best friend. How do you make it look interesting enough for you to carry the Quran with you all the time? Alright, so if you look at this, you can wrap the Quran if you want, you can even tag your Quran if you want. But what makes me want to carry the Quran all the time is because I have done two things. One is I have added a lot more pages in front and at the back, and the other one I have added pages somewhere in the middle, or what I mean by in the middle is for every surah that I am currently learning. Okay, so let's go back to the first pages. Now, if you look at this is our Al-Fatiha. Our Al-Fatiha is here, and I have added a lot more pages in front. And what do I write here? Yeah, you might be wondering. So after attending Puan Husna Harun's class and after listening to a lot of videos from Ustaz, for example Hanan Attaki or Ustaz Numan Ali Khan, I realized that there are things that I have to put things in priorities, and of course the first one would be my role as a Khalifah. So I have one segment here which is Khalifah code. So anything related to me, my role as a Khalifah, as a hamba Allah, this is where I'm going to put my notes or reminders. And I also have added this, for example, Azizah as umat Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Tapi tak banyak lagi lah, yeah. And the next one would be yes, Azizah as a wife. So these are the things, reminders that I have to keep myself aware or reminded my role as a wife. And last one is second last one would be my role as a mother to Anis and Sophia. And the other one is my role as a daughter to my mom and mother-in-law. So any talks that I listen to, this is where I'm going to put my notes. And at the back would be one of the most important section, which is, if you can see, my prayers to him. So this is where I post all my doa. Okay, so whenever I go out, I try my best to bring my Quran with me all the time, but there are times whereby I feel like carrying smaller handbags, so I wouldn't be able to fit this. So that's why I will always make sure that I have sticky notes in my handbag, so that whenever I have something in mind, whenever I have a specific doa to make, I will always have this. I will write it down specifically, and then when I come back, and then I will just put it here. Alright, so, and the last part would be random notes. This would be any notes lah, any important things that I need to take note on. Alamak, cabut dah. By the way, alright, so this will be my Quran. Now, talking about doa, kan, if you look at my doa punya part tadi tu, here. So, I highly suggest you to do this because you know why? The sticky notes, they are very helpful because you can always stack them up macam ni. So it will not take a lot of space, and it will be interesting, And then sometimes bila kita baca tadabbur, kita boleh tengok balik terjemahan, sebab ada banyak sangat doa dalam ni. So you can even extract the doa, and then you can write in on your sticky note, and then you can paste it here. Sebab kadang-kadang tu I myself find it quite difficult to macam nak cari balik doa tu kat mana. But don't worry, if you attend, for example, Aisyah Syahira's Quran tagging class, dia dah ada specific doa. So senang jugalah you nak cari. Okay, so that's about it. And another book that I would like to recommend you to buy would be this one. The Doa Journal. This one you can even go to the official Instagram. And what I like about the book is because I believe that we have been hearing people saying you have to write down your doa semua. Tapi maybe some of us we are not very sure how to actually write our doa. So this would be a great help. This would be a great start because dia dah ada division dah. Okay, I hope you can see this. Tak apa, tak nampak, tak apa. Alright, so dia ada section, for example, I make doa for, I am grateful for, and you can highlight on today's happy moments were, and an area I could improve on is, and I will do that by, and my next level iman goal. And this will be one of the best parts juga. This is where you can write your letters to Allah. Okay, so before I had this is where I wrote my doa. See my doa book sama juga. So this would be my doa. This would be my reflection on the doa that I've made. And then sometimes whenever I don't feel grateful, I would always go back to my doa, list of doa, and then bila kita tengok balik, ya Allah dah jawab lah doa ni. Actually this was answered yesterday. Oh, I've already gotten this. So it makes you realize that Allah answers to all doa. Whether cuma cara Allah tu, of course Allah knows the best. Sometimes He will give us exactly like what we want. Sometimes He will give it slightly later, or sometimes He will not give it all at all to us because He knows best. Yeah. So this would be a great start for you who wants to learn to write doa. And to the rest of you, I highly recommend you to add more pages in your Quran so that this will be your main notebook. So that's all, and happy adding more papers to your Quran. So thank you, and see you in the next episode of ZEE JAMIL Shares.